So today we are decoding how evolution is measured in terms of allele frequency, and that's where the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium principle come into picture. There were two scientists, Hardy and Weinberg, which generate a null model that describe that in a non-evolving population how allele frequency behave. So before going into depth of that, let us first understand what is allele frequency and what is gene pool. The total collection of all the alleles and genes, alleles are different form of gene, okay, is known as gene pool. And in a population, there are two types of alleles. The one is the dominant allele that express, that produce functional protein, and another one that does not express is known as recessive allele, denoted by capital A and small a, and their frequency is denoted by P and Q. So the total proportion of P plus Q in a population remain 100%, and in terms of probability, 100% is considered as 1. So the range of probability is 0 to 1 always. If we take the whole square of this binomial expansion, then it would be like p square plus 2pq plus q square is equal to 1. And this we can explain in terms of homozygous and heterozygous. The individual who is homozygous dominant is having both the allele functional, means both homologous chromosome is having functional allele, and the frequency is not considered as p square. In heterozygous, one allele is functional, other one is not. The frequency is 2pq, and similarly for recessive it is q square. If we correlate with phenotype, let us assume here that the skin color is regulated by certain allele, and the individual having AA phenotype produce more melanin and is having darker in shade, while the recessive individual is relatively fair and the heterozygous individual is having an intermediate phenotype. Let us assume an ideal condition here. When the population is having random mating, means there is no preference for the profession, for the religion, the mating that occur naturally, so that is known as random mating. When there is a random mating, no mutation, no migration, no drift, no selection, no gene recombination occur. Under this ideal condition, the genetic equilibrium exists, means the allele frequency do not change, and such population is referred as non-evolving population according to Hardy-Weinberg. So evolution is nothing but it is the change in allele frequency. More the change occur in allele frequency, higher is the extent of evolution. It can be micro, it can be at a micro level or a macro level. There are the certain factors that disturb allele frequency and that bring the evolution. The one is the gene flow, means migration of individual from one place to another place. Recombination means crossing over during meiosis, etc. Natural selection, the fit individual survive, unfit rejected. Genetic drift, random change in gene frequency, generally due to natural calamities or some other factor, and mutations altogether. These factors bring change in gene pool and that disturb the genetic equilibrium, leading to evolution. So what is the use of Hardy-Weinberg? It predicts disease. So we can save life through this mathematical equation.